Hello, church. Bob Myers here, sharing with you from Psalm 97. And this psalm is one of the enthronement psalms that speaks highly of the Lord's sitting on his throne, his majesty, ruling over the earth. We had a psalm yesterday, 96, today 97, tomorrow 98, and Thursday 99 are four of the six enthronement psalms. That's a classification of psalms that speak of the Lord's reigning and ruling over the earth. And 96 yesterday and 98 tomorrow talk about the glory and the majesty and the excellency of that reign. Today does too, but it also puts a little darkening and a little frightening aspect of it as well in God's ruling and God's reign and how he reigns. So it starts out a recapping of 96, 10, and 11 in verse 197. The Lord reigneth, let the earth rejoice. The Lord reigns. Let the earth rejoice. Let's get happy. Let's get excited. Let's rejoice. And when you think about the qualities and the character of God, he's holy, he's just, he's merciful, he's loving, he is love, he's full of grace, he's forgiving, he's welcoming. Think about all the characteristics of God that we expound and we love and we embrace. And aren't you grateful? That is the Lord who reigns. You look around at some of the other false gods around us and some of the unsavory characteristics they possess, and aren't we so grateful that the God we serve reigns in justice and honor and majesty and faithfulness and love? So then, let the Lord reigns, let the earth rejoice. And then it talks about some of the clouds and darkness around about him. If you've been coming on Wednesday evening, then I encourage you to do so. We had great studies going through Israel's journey through the Old Testament. And we've been studying about Mount Sinai when Moses received the law and how terrible it was in the aspect of God's majesty. The mountain caught on fire, smoke billowed out, fire. It was awesome. But it was awesomely frightening as well because of his majesty and his power. And that's what this alludes to in this psalm recaps. And in verse 7, confounded be all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols. He said the people that are not serving our God are confounded. So just remember, when people you think should know better, do things that are unwise, they are confounded. The Bible says so. It says, verse 7, worship him, all you gods. The command is that all gods should worship God, Jehovah. And if you remember when the Israelites the Philistines had captured the ark, they put it in the house of Dagon, their god. In 1 Samuel 5, Dagon fell over. They come in the next day and Dagon had fallen off his throne, was face down before the ark of God. So all other gods are going to worship God and will worship him. And then it says, Zion heard and was glad. So the evil have trouble worshiping God. But when the people of God hear about God's reign, we worship, we're glad. And so rejoice in the Lord, ye righteous, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. The psalm concludes. Be blessed today. What a beautiful psalm of the enthronement of God and his reign in righteousness. Be blessed today, Psalm 97.